The moment you turn 60, your body does not become weaker. It simply becomes more honest. And if you listen carefully, that honesty can guide you toward a deeper, healthier way of living. The moment we enter our 60s, the way our body communicates with us changes. And if we pay attention, it can teach us a new kind of wisdom about life and health. Our cells, which have carried us through decades of experience, are not simply deteriorating. They are adjusting to the rhythms and demands of a mature body. Each heartbeat, each breath, each subtle movement carries signals that tell us what our body needs, and listening to these signals is the foundation of healthy aging. The heart, for example, may not race as easily as it did in youth, but it still has the remarkable ability to strengthen and adapt when treated with care and consistency. Gentle cardiovascular activity, like walking, swimming, or even stretching, can maintain the elasticity of arteries and support circulation, allowing oxygen and nutrients to reach tissues more efficiently. Similarly, our muscles, which may feel slower or less responsive, retain their capacity to grow stronger and more coordinated through mindful strength training or resistance exercises, emphasizing quality and control rather than intensity and speed. Even the nervous system, with its complex network of signals, continues to adapt. Practicing balance, coordination, and flexibility exercises enhances neural connections and supports overall mobility, reducing the risk of falls and injuries. Aging is not merely a decline, it is a recalibration, a subtle yet profound reorganization of how our organs, tissues, and cells communicate and function. When we respect these changes, we allow the body to perform optimally within its current parameters, turning everyday actions like standing, reaching, or bending into opportunities for biological reinforcement. There is a quiet science to moving with awareness, to noticing the sensations of muscles stretching, joints articulating, and lungs expanding with each breath. In doing so, we are not resisting time, but engaging in a partnership with it, understanding that vitality is not lost, but reshaped, and that longevity depends as much on attention, patience, and consistency as on genetics or medical interventions, revealing that the path to healthy aging begins with listening deeply to the intelligence embedded in our own body. Inside our bodies, countless microscopic processes are continuously at work, quietly sustaining life in ways that are both intricate and astonishing. Aging is often seen as a decline, yet at the cellular level, there remains a remarkable capacity for repair and adaptation, and the choices we make every day influence how effectively these processes function. Nutrition, for instance, is not simply about filling the stomach or maintaining weight. It is a form of communication with our cells. Each nutrient, each molecule, sends instructions to our genes and proteins, guiding metabolism, immune responses, and tissue repair. When we consume whole, unprocessed foods rich in vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and healthy fats, we are effectively providing our body with tools to strengthen bones, preserve muscle mass, support cognitive function, and reduce inflammation. Conversely, foods high in refined sugars, trans fats, or artificial additives can create subtle disruptions in this cellular dialogue, leading to oxidative stress, chronic inflammation, and slower recovery from daily wear and tear. The rhythm of eating also matters. Savoring each bite, chewing thoroughly, and allowing meals to be mindful experiences gives the digestive system time to absorb nutrients efficiently while signaling satiety to the brain. Hydration is equally critical, as water is the medium in which most biochemical reactions occur, carrying nutrients to cells and removing waste products. Over time, Paying attention to these details compounds into profound benefits, because the cumulative effect of nutrition over decades shapes cellular resilience, hormonal balance, and metabolic efficiency. The act of eating becomes an intentional practice, a partnership with our biology, where every choice reinforces or undermines the body's natural ability to maintain equilibrium. In this sense, food becomes more than sustenance. It is information, a language through which we converse with our own physiology, reminding us that aging gracefully is not about miraculous interventions, but about understanding and nurturing the ongoing processes that sustain life, transforming each meal into an opportunity to invest in long-term health, vitality, and clarity, where the simplicity of fresh, thoughtfully prepared food aligns with the complex sophistication of cellular machinery, creating a foundation for resilience that extends far beyond mere survival. The mind, much like the body, continues to possess an extraordinary capacity for growth, adaptation, and renewal long after 60, and nurturing it is as vital as caring for muscles or bones. Neural pathways are not fixed. They are dynamic networks that respond to stimulation, challenge, and engagement, allowing the brain to form new connections even as it ages. Curiosity acts as a gentle exercise for these pathways, prompting the mind to explore, question, and assimilate new information, keeping cognitive function sharp and flexible. Engaging in learning, whether through reading, studying a new skill, or practicing a creative hobby, stimulates areas of the brain responsible for memory, problem-solving, and coordination, strengthening networks that might otherwise weaken from disuse. Reflection, too, plays a unique role in cognitive health. By observing our own thoughts, emotions, and patterns of behavior without judgment, we allow the prefrontal cortex and other higher-order regions to integrate experiences, promoting clarity, emotional regulation, and resilience. Even simple daily practices like recalling memories, solving small puzzles, or engaging in mindful attention contribute to a healthier neural environment, reinforcing pathways and encouraging neuroplasticity. Social connection amplifies these benefits, as meaningful conversations, shared laughter, and empathetic interactions activate multiple areas of the brain, stimulating emotional and cognitive circuits simultaneously. The mind thrives not merely on activity, but on quality engagement that challenges yet comforts, that stretches understanding while providing moments of calm observation. This delicate balance between stimulation and rest allows neurons to communicate effectively, maintain myelin sheaths, and produce essential neurotrophic factors that support overall brain health. Recognizing that mental agility is cultivated rather than inherited encourages a proactive approach to daily life, where each interaction, each curiosity pursued, each moment of quiet contemplation becomes an opportunity to strengthen cognitive resilience. By integrating continuous learning, reflective observation, and purposeful engagement into our routines, we create an environment where the mind remains vibrant and adaptive, proving that intellectual vitality in later life is not a matter of chance, but a careful orchestration of attention, curiosity, and mindful participation in the world, where each mental exercise nurtures connections that extend well beyond isolated cognition into the broader experience of living. Rest and recovery are not optional luxuries as we age. They are fundamental processes that allow the body to heal, regenerate, and integrate the experiences of each day. Sleep, in particular, serves as a vital period during which cellular repair occurs, hormones are balanced, and neural connections are strengthened, forming the foundation for both physical and mental well-being. The quality of rest influences memory consolidation, immune function, and even the efficiency of metabolic processes, making it an essential component of healthy aging. Gentle physical activity complements this restorative rhythm by encouraging circulation, supporting joint mobility, and maintaining muscle tone, while also stimulating the production of endorphins and other neurochemicals that enhance mood and resilience. But recovery extends beyond the physical to the emotional and social dimensions of life. Meaningful connections, shared laughter, and compassionate interactions reduce stress hormones, lower inflammation, and foster a sense of belonging and purpose. Stress, when chronic, can disrupt these restorative processes, slowing healing and diminishing vitality. Yet mindful practices such as meditation, breathing exercises, or quiet reflection can help recalibrate the nervous system, allowing both mind and body to recover more fully. Nutrition plays a role here as well, providing the building blocks necessary for tissue repair, hormonal balance, and cellular detoxification, reinforcing the intimate link between what we consume and how effectively our body rejuvenates. Daily rhythms that honor cycles of activity and rest create an internal harmony that resonates throughout physiology, reinforcing resilience in heart, brain, and muscles alike. Attention to posture, gentle stretching, and alignment during rest and movement enhances this regenerative process, ensuring that energy is distributed efficiently and that recovery is not interrupted by stiffness, tension, or imbalance. In these moments, the body communicates its needs most clearly, and responding with patience and awareness strengthens not only physical health, but emotional equilibrium, demonstrating that longevity is as much about the quality of restorative practices as it is about exercise or diet alone, and that integrating rest, mindful movement, and nurturing social bonds creates a harmonious interplay that sustains vitality, reduces strain, and allows the complex systems of the body to function optimally over the long term, revealing that recovery itself is an active practice of health rather than passive inactivity. Emotional well-being is a cornerstone of healthy aging, as the mind and body are deeply interconnected, and the quality of our inner life profoundly influences physical health. When we cultivate compassion, gratitude, and presence, we are not merely experiencing fleeting moods. We are shaping hormonal balance, immune function, and even cardiovascular resilience. Positive emotional states reduce chronic stress, which otherwise triggers the release of cortisol and other stress hormones that can accelerate cellular wear, disrupt sleep, and impair cognitive function. Nurturing relationships and meaningful connections creates a network of support that strengthens not only our emotional state, but also our physiological systems, as social engagement stimulates neural circuits, promotes the release of oxytocin, and enhances feelings of safety and belonging. Acts of kindness, shared laughter, and moments of empathetic listening are not trivial. They actively reinforce neural pathways associated with reward, motivation, and emotional regulation, reminding us that our brains and bodies are designed to flourish in response to connection and care. Mindfulness and reflection deepen this effect, allowing us to observe thoughts and emotions without judgment, recognize patterns that no longer serve us, and respond rather than react to life's challenges. These practices modulate autonomic nervous system activity, reduce inflammation, and improve cardiovascular responses, demonstrating a tangible link between emotional practices and physical health. Integrating moments of joy, curiosity, and creative expression into daily life provides further stimulation for cognitive and emotional resilience, encouraging flexibility, problem-solving, and adaptive thinking. Even in solitude, the intentional practice of gratitude, gentle self-compassion, or reflective journaling can cultivate internal harmony, shaping neural and hormonal environments that support vitality. Emotional well-being interacts synergistically with sleep, nutrition, and movement, reinforcing recovery, immune competence, and metabolic stability, while simultaneously fostering a sense of purpose and meaning that motivates continued engagement with life. By consciously attending to our emotional health, we are effectively investing in the long-term functionality of body and mind, recognizing that aging gracefully is not simply a matter of physical maintenance, but a holistic process in which care, presence, and compassionate attention to our inner world are as essential as exercise, nutrition, or medical care, creating a foundation where resilience, vitality, and clarity emerge naturally from the interplay of emotional and physiological health. Rest is not a luxury after 60. It is a biological necessity that allows your body to heal and your mind to integrate experience. Sleep, gentle movement, and emotional connection form a delicate rhythm that supports longevity. When you nurture relationships, laugh, and allow yourself to feel, you strengthen not just your heart, but your entire physiological system, proving that healthy aging is as much about compassion and presence as it is about biology.